Alright, ladies and gentlemen, check it out right over here. Boom, the sun is just going down. Just missed the solar gazing there. Here we are, back at the beach the next day here. There's one. Let's see what we got. Alright, they all got the algae. Woo! There's number 2. Alright, I guess that's good for you. Oh yeah, alright, I broke there. Alright, check it out, folks. Look at this. Still see we're still recording. Yes, there we go. Alright, look at this. Ooh, look at that one. Some nice seaweed is still attached there. That's a beauty as well. And it's attached right on there. And then if you look here, look at this nice green seaweed. This is some kind of blue-green seaweed algae stuff as well all along here. And that confirms that even the stuff under the water there, or maybe when it's a low tide, maybe it does come up to the side, but that's all good algae stuff there, so we know that now. And look at this, really clean, pure stuff. No, not a lot of marking like that on it, which is probably good stuff too. You know, it's all good stuff. It's nice to see really clean, but it's close enough. It's good. This is great. We got pretty clean oceans here, I tell you. Alright, and this stuff cleans up the radioactive waste anyways. This is what cleans up the ocean. It's got the iodine in there. Alright, and it digests that oil and radiation as well. So look at that. Boom, look at all that more purple kelp right there. Beauty. That might, I don't know, I wonder, that might be dulse. I'll have to look it up online there and see what that is. Might be dulse, but wow, that's amazing. That's a beauty. All that good purple stuff. And look at all these leaves here. We'll dry that up here. Make some kelp leaf snacks, and the nice big bull kelp sticks as well. So while we're out of here, play a little bit of didgeridoo with this guy here. Didgeridoo. All right. And see, that is not the drone, that is the horn. That got the 2 horns, but if we cut it down a little bit, say about right here, be perfect. Boom, right there. Alright, put that one back to compost. And now we got it, the didge with the drone. and gentlemen, it's a beauty. Very glad came out again today. Come back again another day and make some more. Look at that amazing seaweed, blue-green algae seaweed right off, growing right on it there, even better.
How you doing?
Hey man. Alright folks, we're now back at the house here, and here's all the bull kelp lettuce here. There's the bull kelp cap, and this has all been washed as well in the ocean. That way we're not washing it in fresh water, because that doesn't allow for the good salt. Now what I showed you earlier there at the beach, look at this stuff that attached to the kelp here. This is some kind of other seaweed. It looks like maybe it could be dulse or something else. I am going to research, but I want to show you what this looks like here. This is kind of a brown, a yellowish brown, kind of a burgundy color that, see, this would make the awesome ultimate life food wraps right here. You see, and then you don't even dry it. You know, you just use this as like a sushi wrap type thing, the nori wrap, alright, but a raw food, life food one actually. And this stuff just tastes so good. Check this out, this stuff right here, raw like this, with this living like this. Check this out. Now that is delicious. Got so much good taste, nice and chewy. Alright, now on this right here, oh no, that's not one. Alright, another one there. These are good for soups as well, raw soups, because this stuff is so tasty. It really does taste like dulse too, or similar. Alright, similar tasting. It's probably within the same family, you know, same species of some kind. I'll look it up online, see if we can find out. But look at that amazing life food wraps right there. Living deal. But now I'm gonna hang up all this stuff here to dry here. It only takes about 24 hours, the kelp leaves. But let's head over here to the bathroom and show you some more of that dulcey stuff that I got. Look how big these suckers are here. Look at that. Amazing. So that'll get big dried out sheets there. I'm kind of like maybe rip them apart and they'll be like little small crackers or something. We'll figure it out. Just getting started on the seaweed business with the research here. So, look how big those wraps could be. Alright, I just wanted to show you that. Alright YouTubers, this is where we are now with the dried kelp over here, the small ones over here, the medium over there, and the large one in the middle, as well as the big one, the middle one, and the small one there. They are still, these ones are not developing any salt crystal formation there, as well as these ones up here, boom, which we left the skins on all these ones. I thought that was going to do it. They are also, look at how much they have sagged here now, like total, like straight down. Before they were way out here like this, and no salt formation on these ones over here, or these ones up top over here, the small, medium, and large, no crystal formation yet. Look at these ones here, there is major crystal formation on these kelp leaves here. You can see the white there on those, on the sides, all coming up here as well, up and down here, salt crystal. I've tasted this stuff, it's really good, tastes really good. Look at all that amazing salt crystal formation coming off these leaves. And here, I'll just show you here, just grab one of these here, and they're nice and soft too. Excellent salt and minerals, natural sea salt. So in reality, these are pretty good. They dry way faster. These are nowhere near dried and cured yet. I mean, they're all good, but wow, I'm gonna have to go get a whole bunch of this stuff, the kelp, greens of the kelp, the leaves of the kelp. This stuff dries quick, and wow, this has got good salt on the crystal formation. This is perfect. Alright, so we'll continue on with the experiment and see if we get any salt crystals forming on all of these other guys here, the actual bull kelp part. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see now, the seaweed here, I've moved it around. I got the thick ones on the outside here, on all the outsides, and then it goes thinner till you get to the thin ones in the middle. Now, none of these big ones here, the big thick ones, have done any kind of crystallization yet with the salts at all, either with the medium ones and even the smaller medium ones so far. That's just so far. But then if you look at these ones in here, look at the white on that right there. You see it right there where I'm pointing right there, the white there, the white across right here, right over down here on that one right there, as well, a little bit here, a little bit of fuzzy coming out there. Try to get a close-up on that. Look at that amazing salt. So this is the beginnings of the salting, so it's looking good, but so far it looks like these smaller size ones are the way to go. But we'll see how these ones turn out as well. These big thick ones here like this, they might crystallize as well. They probably should, even maybe larger crystals, but we'll see. Alright, we'll keep you informed what goes on with this. Alright, here now, ladies and gentlemen, check out this now, the salt formation. We got the recipe down, how to make the good kelp sticks here. Look at this. If I move in closer here, look at all that. I mean, the camera's not the best, but you can see all the white salt here. Let me get a better angle over here, all up and down there. See the white salt crystals all up and down these. I mean, even the thick one here, this thick one here, look at all the salt crystal formation off there as well. You can see it with that little dark background there, and it's amazing. It's like snowflakes. It's all sacred geometry in there. So that's a nice thick one there, and it has salted. This one, it was a medium one. All the small ones, of course, salted first, but look at this. This is a medium to large one right here, and look at all that salt formation. So a little bit longer, and this large one here, the really large one, should be all salted up as well. And these other big ones on the side, as you can see, the small ones, then the bigger smaller medium ones, and then the medium sized ones are starting to salt up at the top there. But this is awesome. We got the recipe down. The key is to not take off the skins, as well as to not wash them in
the fresh water. You want to wash them in the ocean when you harvest them. Now this size kelp right here, actually I'm feeling it here. It's feeling a little bit like, I mean, maybe this would work if you dried it at a higher temperature, but because we're trying to do the highest quality seaweed chips or sticks here, we're drying at the lowest possible temperature. So this thickness and this thickness is not really the key, because this is, can eventually start getting some degeneration of mold and stuff here, because it's been more than a few days now. So this is the key. The small ones like this is perfect. Then they dehydrate quickly in a few days. Anyways, we'll be back to see how these big ones turn out here in another couple days or so. Alright, thanks for watching so far. And over here, here's the last harvest of the kelp leaves. The leaves of the kelp. These ones did not salt up as much as the first ones there, but they're not quite totally dry, so they may still salt up more as well. And I've been eating this every day. So this is all good stuff. Alright, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kelp that was harvested there that you saw, fully dried now. This stuff didn't build up much salt crystals here, a little tiny bit of formations there, not much. And then the kelp that was all drying up here on top of the yucca cactus that I went down to Arizona got. This is all really nice as well, and it's got some of the crystal formations, not as much as some of the other, but pretty good. Then these ones over here, as you can see, the smaller ones were the same batch of those ones. Then I went further in the ocean and got really powerful, potent ones, and it got this kind of crystal. Look at that one there. Look how white that one is compared to all these other ones here. And it was also the thickest one out of these ones in this one. And then the medium sized ones were also then the most white crystal, and the little ones the least. So it's a fine-tuned balance between thin and thick, and it also has to do with where they're dehydrating as well. So that's a good harvest there, as well as all these ones up here. And these ones are very nice. They're so look at this, they just break like that, and they're actually really crunchy here, and nice little sweet one. And boom, crystals. We got the blue-green algae growing, kombucha mushroom right there. Blue-green algae from the ocean. That's the fresh water, the ocean. Good. These are all charging in the sunlight. This is Rejuvelac, made from sprouted wheatgrass berries, a fermented probiotic drink. And then we got the Love water here, intentional crystal, chakra healing Love water right there. Give it a hand spin with some crystals up top. And I kind of like this idea here of just having the little glass tops like that with the crystals in them. Boom, you could even put some extra water in here to charge up with the moon and the sun out there. Then we got a little pyramid type thing, and the three-dimensional spinning pyramid. Also, this is really neat, and this stuff is really easy to make. It takes like 24 hours to dry. And this one here, I just harvested all these ones that you saw before on these nails here, all the way across here, all the way down there, all the way up here, down this side too. So that makes good use of dehydrating. Then you could even dehydrate things across this as well, down here. And then if you go further down here, we got what's going to be a water structure soon, a water vortex, or this is a big 5-gallon glass jar there. Then we got the little bullet motor right here. It's going to have the two neodymium magnets, high powered north and south, which will spin and then cause these stir plates here made out of hematite, natural magnetics. They'll spin when the motor goes on, and that'll be inside of this container here, so that'll create a vortex like a tornado. And then magnets, high-powered magnets, and crystals and gemstones will go at the bottom as well. And then this is going to make a really high-structured water, right? So
more projects got going there to make good use of the space. And then if you come over here, look, we dehydrated more up here of the kelp. These turned out about the same, not a lot of deposits of the, but then look at this, boom, of the salt there. Look at that. Look how white some of these guys are. That's like pure snow right there off those, and they actually, you know, form little crystals. And at one point, you know, they're like little fuzzy ones like that just break right down and actually, you know, are almost like a little strand there. So this is amazing. And even the big thick one here as well, the biggest one, did a really good job. So this is really good quality, very salty and mineralizing. Then we got some more of the kelp here. So we're just gonna bunch them all together, harvest them here. This was from that rack there. So these ones turned out really nice. Really happy with this. I finally got a good technique on this now. So I hope you learn from that. And then you know, further, this was some kelp that was made early on from the beach stuff. This is some more of the beach stuff, and this was the learning curve. You see the few white ones in here, there, and there, right there. You know, these ones were the good quality ones where the salt was really coming out. So now the secret to that, we know, is the secret to having the good kelp is to not wash it in fresh water after. Wash it with the ocean water to keep the salt on there, and then also leave the skin on and all that. You know, do not peel it anymore. That was the learning curve, right? Alright, and ladies and gentlemen, here is now the final harvest of all those that you saw there, except for the ones up front on that yucca cactus didgeridoo, and the ones over there. But the ones on the shelves there, and the one on the chandelier across, those were all done. So if you can see the difference here, look at the difference. These four here were mostly all done there from that wooden unit with all those nails. This one here, if you notice, the quality is a little bit higher. There is more of a white crystal. You can see that, the difference. These three are about the same. This one would be the next highest quality than this one, and you can measure the quality by how white it is versus these versus this one. And finally, boom, the chandelier one. Look at that. These small ones were also from the chandelier, the small ones, but this turned out really, really amazing. All that natural salt, which is also preservative, preserving the minerals and keeping the minerals in the most living state as possible because of the slow dehydration at low temperature. And it's beautiful. So see the color variation from the bottom to the third one there, the next, and then this big one here, boom, just major white crystals. So there we go, we got it perfected. You want the freshest possible kelp, which is still connected to the bottom floor, and you swim down, and then you grab the end of the kelp and boom, you break it like that. And then you grab 2 or 3 of those ones that are already attached, and if they have this rough, like, little bit of algae and seaweed growing on the bull kelp part, that's really good stuff too. That's these big ones here. Those ones, they're all salted up. Look at those, and they had all that algae and everything, and that stuff tastes really good, makes it more tasty too. Alright, so that's awesome. And then this leftovers over here was pieces that couldn't make as really nice bundles with nice long pieces, and this will now all get chopped up here. I'll continue on the rest of that video to chop this up here and make it into a kelp powder for adding to your salad dressings and things. All right. Okay, and here we go, folks. Now we're gonna boom, put this one in there with the amazing kelp. Look at the amazing white structure coming off with the salt there. Some of the high quality stuff, and let's see how that turns out here. Alright, boom. Here we go. Get the sifting going. There we go. Oh Wow, look at the color in that one. That's a really amazing green, like royalty with the spirulina and stuff, color and chlorophyll. Oh, there we go. Healing to the third eye, the pineal gland, pituitary gland. There we go. Alright. Got a few bigger ones out, so we'll refine this again one more time as well. Let's do that right now so you can see what we got, what we're working with here. Alright. Here we go. Pour it in. Sift it one last time with a little bit of a bigger sift like that. Right there. That is the real McCoy of the powder. Look at that. Right there. So just shake her down. And then we can do one more final refine as well. But this is good enough. Look at that. It's pretty solid there. And look at the powder on this guy now. Yeah, the consistency to add as a powder. Alright.